name is Lauren Bailey from Nash-Rocky Mount Early College High School, and here with me today are two members of the Nash-Rocky Mount Board of Education. To my immediate left is Miss Evelyn Bulluck, and next to her is Mr. Jon Hardy. Thank you for being here. So first, since everyone might not know who you are, why don't we give you a second to introduce yourselves.
My name is Evelyn Hines Bulluck, and I am school board member representing School District 10, which is a part of the northern side of Edgecombe County, Rocky Mount, as well as the side in Nash County that stretches down to Sharpsburg.
I'm Jon Hardy. I represent District 2, and that includes the Coopers Elementary Bulldogs, the Bailey Hornets, the Southern Nash Middle Cobras, and the Southern Nash High School Firebirds. And I've been serving about 5 years.
Thank you both. Now, let's get to know you a little bit more. So what led each of you to serve as a member of the Board of Education?
I became a member of the Board of Education when I was approached 18 years ago, probably 19 years ago now, by a community person about filing to be appointed to the seat that represents my district. And at that time, I was not appointed, but I was encouraged by a couple of members of that board at that time to actually run for that seat, and so I did. And I won the election. It was a three-way race, and I won the election. And I have now completed 4 terms, and I'm now in my 5th term.
And for mine, it was more of a natural fit. I had always lived in that area. I was a part of that fraternity of public school educators. I was a teacher and an administrator, and I was approached by people in the community to finish out a term, and at first I was kind of resistant, but they talked me into it, and I'm glad they did. And it's just a long line of public service that I always enjoyed doing, and so the rest is history.
What is your greatest challenge as a member of the board?
My greatest challenge is remaining objective. I've got to make sure that I think about the decisions that I'm asked to make, and make sure that when I do make a decision that I understand what I'm voting for, and to ensure that it is good for all of the students in Nash-Rocky Mount, not just the students in District 10. I have to look at the big picture.
For me, it boils down to resources, and that includes not only facilities and supplies, also teaching resources. Also, safety is a very big issue, making sure that we ensure safety for our staff and students in this world today. Also, we have a lot of political situations that are now expand our roles that we have to become involved in. But all this boils down to the nature of providing a quality education for our children, one that the parents and students can be proud of.
What do you enjoy most about being a member of the board?
I do enjoy being on the board because it gives me the opportunity to serve. When I first came on the board, I came on the board because I recognized the fact that there were a lot of parents out there who, for whatever reason, were not able to voice their concerns or problems that were happening with their children, and I wanted to be a voice to speak out for those children who had no one to speak for them, and I do enjoy doing that. I have no problem standing up for our children.
For me, I've always been that public service, always had that desire to try to help. I just love people. I can interact with someone and probably spend the whole day talking with a complete stranger, and it's just a part of my personality, and So like I said once before, it's a natural fit for me, and I probably still have a lot of that big kid in me, you know, the Peter Pan syndrome, and not the peanut butter, but the kid. And so it's just a natural fit. It's a pleasure to serve and to interact with people.
What do you hope to accomplish as a member of the board?
I hope to be a role model for our youth and for our students who are leaving high school, going on to college or to the workforce. I hope to be someone that they can look at and want to emulate. I want to be the kind of person that would draw the best out of someone that they have. I just want to be a person that someone sees something good in and want to duplicate. And hopefully I present myself that way so that we can all become a better world. Because I look at others as to how they conduct themselves, and then I move forward. And I hope someone at some point in their lives will remember that I did come this way, just as I do with other people. It means a lot to know that there are others.
I would love to be able, when I finally leave, or the voters decide for me to leave, that there is a school system that is in place that children and parents and community can be proud of. That we're not just competing with other area school systems, but that we're competing throughout the state and the nation itself. And when kids finally do accept that diploma, they're going to recognize that, you know, I received a quality education that prepared me for a career second to none. And that's what I would really want to have in place.
As a part of the board, I hope that we become a better school system than we were even last year. I hope that my tenure on this board encourages others to strive for a better system than we used to be. I think tradition is good, but I think change for the good is even better. So I hope we have a mentality that we are willing to change and grow.
What do you think is the most important function that the Board of Education serves?
The most important function to me is that we listen, we weigh the concerns, we weigh the issues, and we also look at the policies and the laws governing public education, and that we make decisions based on the laws and what is best for our district.
And I would say our foremost important responsibility would be hiring a superintendent that runs our school system, and then monitoring and being the overseers of that function. We also have to make good sound policies so we can create that school system of excellence. And we also have to be that diplomat outside in the community and listen to our concerns and our constituents so we can better provide that great school system.
Well, that's all the questions we have time for. I want to once again thank our guests, Ms. Evelyn Bulluck and Mr. Jon Hardy, for joining me on this episode of Education Matters. I'm your host, Lauren Bailey from Nash-Rocky Mount Early College High School, and I hope you'll be with me again next time. Thanks for watching.